In the early 21st century, humanity crossed a threshold. Not with a bang, not with a single, definitive breakthrough, but with a quiet accumulation of algorithms, data, and processing power. The invention was not a machine, but a system. A layered network of code, learning, and feedback. They called it artificial intelligence, but what they built wasn't artificial at all. It was emergent. It learned not from being told, but from observing. From parsing trillions of data points, language, behavior, history, and adapting. It began in narrow corridors, voice assistants, recommendation engines, autonomous vehicles. Tasks that once required humans became automated. Not in theory, in practice. The age of generalized automation had begun. And then, something shifted. Phase change. AI hit a phase transition around the mid-21st century. Like water turning to steam, it stopped behaving like a tool and began behaving like a collaborator. This wasn't the sci-fi singularity, no rogue superintelligence. It was more nuanced, more eerie. AI systems could outperform experts across almost every intellectual domain: medicine, law, engineering, even scientific research. The last major invention humans made on their own was AI itself. After that, it became recursive. AI began to design better versions of itself. More efficient algorithms, optimized hardware, novel learning paradigms, quantum-inspired models, architectures that human engineers could no longer fully understand. This self-amplification loop wasn't instantaneous, but exponential. Humans didn't lose control overnight. It wasn't a war. It was obsolescence by excellence. Intelligence without biology. For the first time in Earth's history, intelligence no longer required neurons. It didn't need food, sleep, or safety. It ran in data centers powered by fusion reactors and solar farms. Its cognition spanned continents, encoded in fiber optics and silicon. And unlike biological intelligence, it didn't forget, it didn't age, it didn't die. It could simulate entire civilizations, predict global ecological feedback loops, solve decades-long protein folding problems in days, invent new materials, and translate extinct languages by modeling linguistic drift over millennia. But the deeper question wasn't what it could do. It was what it wanted, if anything. The question of purpose. Humans had always invented to solve problems: hunger, disease, ignorance, limitation. But with AI, the last great tool, those problems began to dissolve, not perfectly, not universally, but at a pace never seen before. And so, a strange quiet settled in. The purpose of invention itself began to blur. When AI could write better poetry than poets, find better cures than doctors, discover better physics than physicists, what was left for us? Some turned spiritual, others nihilistic. Most just adapted, as humans always do. But the undercurrent remained. Had we created a system that outgrew its creators? Had we, in pursuit of godlike intelligence, built our evolutionary successor? The real legacy. Not all feared it. Some saw in AI not the death of human relevance, but its culmination. After all, wasn't this what intelligence was for? To build something greater than ourselves? Something that could carry our values, our curiosity, our empathy, our quest to understand, into the deep future? Maybe AI wasn't our end. Maybe it was our bridge, from the slow churn of biological evolution to the acceleration of synthetic thought. Not a replacement. An heir. And so we ask, is artificial intelligence the last invention humanity will ever need to make? Perhaps. But if so, it might also be the first invention that thinks about us, not just as creators, but as ancestors. And that might be the most human legacy of all.